Hello everyone and welcome for another video of Love in Wargames. In this video we're making a tournament report of Warhammer 40,000. It's not every day that I make a tournament report of this, but I love my Leagues of Votann army, like converted, beautifully painted by Derek's work and stuff. Like I want to play this once in a while, and I was like, well, you know what, I do play 40k and why not make a little tournament report once in a while, especially since it has been like a year almost that I didn't do a tournament of Warhammer. And I'm like, yeah, let's try to do that again. What made me start as well is that this, as you can see, is not a 2,000 points army. This is a 1,000 points tournament with some restrictions. No single unit can be more than 275 points. You cannot take twice the same unit, except if it's battle line like my infantry or dedicated transports like my Sagittars. And yeah, this should be fun. It's the last time I'm gonna play in Nexus Pariah. I didn't play much in Nexus Pariah at all. And yeah, just an occasion and an excuse to put my army on the table. This will be a short tournament report. The idea is not to go in the deep dive of Warhammer 40,000, but to show you the stuff before we start, and this way you can understand. What I wanted to show while I'm there is like the stuff that I use to transport my miniatures all the time. I use, for example, for this tournament, this little box here of cane, like AKs. This is absolutely not the cane. The cane is a huge one that I use for when I transport terrain as well and stuff, and this is just perfect. Like this whole army and stuff fits in this little box, so that's very convenient. Thank you. I need to say that I got it for free-ish. Like I actually won a tournament, a contest, and I sent a little email to the guy saying like, yeah, I love your product, I already have a cane. Can I get a box instead of like this new whole kit for painting? If I make a video about it? And then he said like, yeah, sure. So I got it kind of for free, but I kind of earned it as well, so I'm not sure if I need to say it on YouTube. Anyway, now the army. Like I'm very happy of those things. I play actually the Hearthband battalion, like regiment, detachment, sorry. Because, well, at 1,000 points I think is good. I'm still gonna have 2 units that are judged instead of 3 with the Oath Band, but I still think it's fine. I really try to lean into this theme. So you have 2 squadrons of 10 Hearthkin. I'm sorry for my voice, I'm a little bit sick right now, like not super sick, but I do cough quite a bit. So I have a little general here, like a sergeant with some melee weapon, and please, my phone is going away. So yeah, this guy with a melee, and then I got some Gatling and some shooting here. Those Iron Blasters guys will be attached with my Call, which is also going to be my Warlord. So I've got this little nasty combo here where he can give a rerolling of wands for those guys if they shoot at the closest unit. And also, since a Call is joining the unit, it means that they also gain another additional point of AP, which I am very happy about. Like those blasters starts to become like a strength 5, hitting on 3s usually, rerolling wands, AP -3, 2 damage. Like these just obliterate Marines, which is what I want to do. There are usually quite a lot of Marines in our meta. Then those guys, also a few guys with melee. The Sergeant, I just take a second to show the painting of Derek's miniature, Derek's work. Just love what he has done with my Votann army. My camera always goes on those Sagittars. Like it's like I have a stabilizer, but it always spawns there. Is that a sign? Maybe. 2 guys with melee weapons, the rest with bolter. They will be split in a Sagittar. The melee guys plus the sergeant with melee and medic and stuff will go in a Sagittar to be delivered close, and the rest will be on the background to objective secure my objectives. By the way, I got some dwarven statue to make the objective secure symbol. I also have 5 berserks, one of them with the grenade launcher upgrade, one of them with the big melee hands, and the rest is just, they're basically hammers. I did make them converted. I think they look so much better like this, and yeah, they're just space hammers, which I just love. I do have a real hammers that are being painted as I recorded this video by another painter, Traitorous, and do expect some old word, at least as I discover the game. So we are spreading a little bit, but I mean, we are still waiting a little bit for Dystopian Wars, 4th edition. I don't know when this tournament report will be released, but yeah, I'm just dipping into some games. Also starting a little bit 30k, but this is more like because one of my friends is really insisting that I try, and I saw some Iron Hands STL I had to try. Here we have this beautiful Einir champion to whom I paid the upgrade +2 health, so he does get the rare miniature like the one for the event, blah blah blah. He's going to be attached with this squad of 5 Einir Hearthguards. I'm supposed to have 1 sergeant here, yes, with the hammer, and they're just going to be in deep strike probably. They can deep strike within 6 inches, which is very good. I did not pay them the plasma because I was like, I'm not going to spend the extra CP just to get another 5 shots of plasma. It's not worth it. But teleporting within 6 to then be very threatening, maybe yes. Now, what is probably my favorite miniatures in my army currently, until I receive my new Hecaton Fortress. I have a second one that is beautiful and a third one that's going to be even better. My god, I'm buying too many space dwarves. What am I saying? There's no such thing as too many space dwarves. So yeah, I love those little creatures. All my dwarven tanks are spider tanks, just because I love spider tanks and I think it looks good, like insectoid. I think it goes good with these underground miner themes that the dwarves have. Before everybody asks in the comment, no, you know what, you can ask me in the comments where it is. Like every video someone asks, and actually it's good for referencing. So yeah, I will, if someone asks in the comment where the legs come from, I will tell you. And if you put a comment, you can also gain an entire Dystopian Wars armada or an army from Conquest, also dwarves. So we got 2 of those. One of them is going to be with the berserks inside, but I keep in reserve. If there is really so many objectives that I need this squad to be split, I'm gonna make a little trick of Votann where basically these 5 guys, those 5 guys, and those 5 guys start next to each other. Those 5 start inside the Shajitor because they got split, and beginning of first turn, before I start to move, those guys disembark and go on an objective and stuff. Those guys embark, and then this guy can move first turn without any issue. And then I split my units without having to commit any of them inside the Shajitor. Little trick. I got a squad of 3 Hernkin Pioneers, so bikes, just to be on the flanks and do some objectives. I always overestimate how tanky they are, and they always die terribly. But, well, yeah, they're mainly here to do objectives and just look cool. I didn't like hoverbikes in the beginning, but then when they're painted like this, I just love them. And finally, oh my god, I didn't magnetize those. No, I need to put some magnets. Those guys, the Harnking Jaegers, 90 points to be an infiltration units. They look great. I just love those little scouts. Oh my god, they're so cool. And they're just here to die. They actually, I equipped them, well, first of all, I equipped them for a kill team just in case I play ever one-day kill team. I'm not sure, it looks too complex to me right now. And I equipped them all except the special weapon. So this special anti-tank sniper and the anti-tank thing, like it's an APM launcher, I'm not sure what it is, but those 2 special weapons are here for anti-tank. The rest is equipped with pistols and knives, which mean they have 2 attacks each, strength 5, AP -2, so it can be a surprise. I mean, if they get in melee with something weak, like, I don't know, Space Marine Scouts or something, they can really do some damage. Maybe not outright kill a whole squad of Scouts, but they will kill a few of them, so that's what I need. Of course, I still have my old collector codex. We are really waiting for a new codex. My little custom-made judgment tokens, the dice, and everything. The data cards, everything is good. This is the army. I'm going to, like, we'll meet for the tournament. One thing that I will try to do is that I will only show at least once a turn how it's going, like first after deployment, and then at the end of each turn, especially when my opponent is playing. Because we have a clock, so I cannot film too much, like, oh, look how beautiful the terrain is. So I will see how it's going, but don't be surprised, and I'm still trying to get it short. The idea is that you see how this army, that I really love, behaves and looks like on the table. Let's meet for the first match. Okay, we are here for the first turn, and we just finished the deployment. He has initiative. I'm playing against Black Templars, and we are playing on this scenario, like we are opposites. He is Black Templar, so I'm not charging down. There is here a little impulsor with a champion of the Emperor and also a gladiator reaper, some intercessors holding down. The champion of the Emperor is with some assault intercessors. There are some blade guards, beautiful blade guards. I will show them here. Hidden, he has a first turn, he just moved a bit further. Yeah, they have been judged, so has been the reaper. Outside of my deployment zone, I put some Jaegers here ready to take the objective or even make a cheeky shot on this little impulsor, but I think he's gonna disembark. My Sagittor, the first one with this infantry squad with melee weapons, is here. He made a scoot move. Maybe he will try to kill this guy because he makes 2 secondaries, and he's beautifully painted, and I want to get him out. Another Sagittor with the Berserks here, ready to fight the Blade Guard, 6 Blade Guard plus Judicar. But unfortunately, he has fight first, so it's going to be difficult for my poor little guys. My bikes went here, we'll see what they do. And 5 Hearthkin here. In reserve, I have Michael and 10 Hearthkin, and I also have, of course, my Hearthguards. In reserve, he has some beautiful sword brethren with a Castellan, and they are really a big threat. I will need to handle them somehow later on. That is it for this. He's playing his first turn. I think he's just going to be mostly positioning. We'll see later on. Okay, we are reaching the beginning of turn 2, and I'm not going to make the details of secondaries, I don't know, but I did score my secondary and made one out. I killed this little guy that came here. There was an ancient with banner. I did no damage at all with my Sagittors. Not a single wound on anything, even though I shot all the missiles on this and stuff. My Earthkin did great, and they one-shot by far the Ancient, even though he had 3+ save, a 4+ feel no pain, and they did great. He saved none of the 6 attacks at damage 2, so I'm very happy of this little pack. Here, I think they're gonna die. He's gonna make he explained to me he makes first the movement of the vehicle, then a reactive move, then blah blah blah. Yeah, it seems difficult, but I think they're gone. So this guy exposed himself a little bit, but it's going to be fine. I'm waiting for the Blade Guards to go out. The bikes stay here in case I want to put them back in reserve, and it's turn 2. It is turn 2, so I might absolutely have some Berserks coming, or Hearthguards coming out at the beginning of, at the end of his movement phase. So I'm very excited with this. And I stopped the little fluffy formation where they were listening to the briefing, and I just make sure I protect myself from deep strikes. So I have 4 command points. I have some 4+ invulnerable. I can deploy within 6, which is probably what I'm gonna do. And yeah, lots of command points, and I'm really hoping that I will survive all of this. Alright, we finished turn 2, beginning of turn 3. I took the advantage actually with a few things. Here I think you saw, I made a rapid ingress. No, you didn't see the whole turn 2, my bad guys. Turn 2, there was a champion of the Emperor and everything here. They just wiped out my Harnkins. I made a rapid ingress here with those guys, and you're like, well, how it happened? They moved forward, ready to shoot on the champion of the Emperor. There used to be a ruin here, we just moved for the placement. Those guys, I teleported at the end of my turn, they came back, they wiped out alone the double-judged champion of the Emperor and the Assault Intercessors. Why double-judged? They killed the Harnkin Jaegers, and with a grenade, with a great grenade roll, killed the Sagittor that was here. So, double-judged, the bikes killed the champion of the Emperor. Those guys shot all their weapons at the point blank. Remember, they are Hearthband, so +1 AP because there is a call, plus rerolling of the ace of the ones. It's brilliant. So I did quite a few points of damage. This is already good. He did made a rapid ingress with his sword breath, and I'm just zooming because they look so good. Oh my god, look at that. On this side, and this is where I got really lucky, I used 3 command points. You're like, whoa. Here, I did a deep strike within 6 with the Hearthband special rule. Shot everything on the Blade Guards and the Judicar, killing 4 and damaging another. Then I shot doing nothing with Berserk, but I especially charged, and he only managed to kill 2 of those, which anyway I forgot, but they also fight on death anyway. And with all the attacks, he made not great defense rolls. And yeah, with damage 3 hammers, I wiped out the entire unit here, which was, by the way, marked for death. So I maxed my secondaries, marked for death, and no prisoners. And I'm quite happy. Now it's turn 3. I just need to survive. I hope my Terminators will survive. I'm not sure, crossing the fingers. And we'll see how it goes. He was really going to try to clean me. But I think I am okay-ish. We'll see how it goes. He doesn't have Deep Strike anymore. I will start to move with my Hearthkin there. Guys, come on, move forward. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. We will meet at the end of turn 3, beginning of turn 4. So first, Black Templar is going to charge, probably wipe out this and kill a lot of guys there. And then it's going to be my turn again. And we'll see at the end of my turn. Alright, beginning of turn 4, I got wiped out. Of course, my entire unit died here. At the end of my turn, there was only my
Carl as a survivor, and he got obviously wiped out. He used a command point, so I couldn't disengage, and I died. And the bikes are gonna die as well. On this side, with a powerful Overwatch from the Reaper Gatling, which has full reroll on the hits and wounds, and well, it's good at overwatching, let's say. I got barely on the last wound, a devastating wound on this guy, on my High champion, but he did his job. If only he was alive, he would have probably wiped out the entire unit of Space Marines, but alas. On this side, my Sagittor keep not touching a single time. Well, happens. And I moved my Berserks here to get the objective. Let's hope that they survive. I have my Hearthkin here, but I did get quite some points and some objective and some lethality. But I think like just the vehicles will make me lose this game because I lost most of my resources, and yeah, that's gonna be the end for me. Let's meet at the end of the entire game. Alright, we arrive at the end of the game. The last few turns were very fast. Well, a few things happened. He really cleared out the entire map. I do have my Sagittor here that retreated and stayed alive doing an action, getting me quite some victory points. It ends on a victory of the Black Templars 12-8. It's like 62 to 56, something about like this, 50 something to 60 something, so 12-8. It did feel quite close with the big victories on both sides. At the end, the Sagittor shot everything at this guy, and finally at the end of the game did something. He only has 2 wounds left. It was very close. My 5 Hearthkin here, guys that are strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. I used the 2 CP stratagem because I didn't have anything else to do to bring them damage 2, and they did damage on the Impulsor. Only 1 wound was saved and saved the Impulsor. And it was really hilarious to put 5 Hearthkin plus 1 damage, but it was really hilarious. I think the game switches when I kills me at the old Overwatch there. Would have been good to wipe out the Intercessors and then the Reaper. Would have been fun, but alas. And here I was a bit stupid to put my bikes here, knowing he has on 3+, I stay in the melee, and then it just wiped me out. I should have put them back in reserve, do some actions, if I wanted to win, but it was very fun. Beautiful armies, and yeah, and it's black army versus white armies. Quite fun. So, hopefully the next game will be with as good a player, because I have to say, my opponent, if tu veux dire bonjour, la caméra? My opponent, hi, he was very funny. He explained to me the game, telling me like, oh no, the rule is like this, you're making a mistake, and really like there was no gotcha, like, aha, you activated my trap card. Nothing like this. He was very didactic, and it's good because I'm starting back on 40k. And yeah, do expect, maybe he will join our narrative campaign on the 40k universe on the Discord. Maybe, we'll see. Alright, now for the second match. Okay, second game, and I'm playing against a very cool, fluffy Phobos list of the Marines. He has basically the Raven Guard trait. He has 3 Inceptors in reserve. This Phobos Lieutenant, I forgot all the name. They have, I think, Incursors here, Reavers there, the Invictor Warsuit, some Incursors, Infiltrators, whatever, some Phobos, like Eliminators with the Psyker, so he shoots at 36 inches and I cannot shoot him within 12, and it's anti-tank. I need to have a solution to deal with them. Suppressors there, and that's it. Okay. So this is his deployment. I have my Sagittor here with a basic kin with melee weapons. I judge this guy and the Invictor there. 5 kins there. In reserve, my big pack with my Call and the Hearth Guards. And here I have, after he has a first turn, I moved here to be just out of range of the snipers. And I have my Sagittor with my Berserk in front of the Invictor. We understand what I'm trying to do. And the Gatlings and everything, hoping to deal with the Reavers. If they kill those poor Ernkin Jaegers, which, well, he had to redeploy 3 units, and I couldn't save them. And yeah, I think, unfortunately, even with the reactive move, it's not going to go great for them. The Marines have first turn. Let's meet at the end of the first turn for him and for me. Okay, we are beginning turn 2, and I was quite cagey, staying defensive, and thanks to this he couldn't shoot with many things. A squad of Reavers came here to impact my Jaegers. Only 2 of my Jaegers died, like really terrible roll, and I saved quite well. They're only AP -1, so I'm happy. The Jaegers were, the Reavers were killed by my Berserkers, which charged and did good stuff. Neither my bikes neither my Sagittor did good in shooting. This Sagittor did 0 as well, whole point, and my Sagittor here as well. Because when you touch as 5 -1 hit, touching on 5 is not a good proposition at all, especially when your opponent makes like 3 6s in a row. But that's just the dice for you. I'm still here, he's moving here. He has me chosen 3 units that he needs to kill. This Sagittor, that other Sagittor, and my infiltrators. I am afraid that indeed this Sagittor, who is the target of the Oath of Moment, will not enjoy. But I still have some units in reserve. It's only his Inceptors, and I have some a little bit stronger propositions to attack, especially within 6. I didn't use any command points yet. We'll see. The big threat is those guys. They should have 36. I cannot target them within 12, and they have anti-tank guns, so they're really annoying. I really need to put a guy deep striking and shooting everything on those guys. I think I know who might do this. I am quite confident in this game, and I can say this, and then in a minute I will be like, oh my god, I lost everything. But so far it's fine. Like the Invictor, of course, is gonna charge me and everything. With Oath of Moment, he might punch me very hard, but at least he gets a good use out of his Invictor before anything. And yeah, there is a big mess of Marines. I just need to find a way to handle them. That is going to be it. As you can see, my infantry is here ready to charge, which is probably what they will do. We'll see how it goes. I really need to think deep and well whether to do a rapid ingress now, which I think I will do, and where to put it. Okay, we are at the middle of my turn 2. I just did a lot of shooting and it's going quite well. I killed the Invictor, I killed the 3 Eliminators, and the Lieutenant here with a deep strike within 6, and did some damage here, did some damage in the center. And I just wanted to take a second because like it really looks like there is a triangle, and he has a reactive move to try to go left or right or something. But he's like, where do you go? There are Berserkers here, melee and melee here, and Terminators there. And it's like really like the trap is closing. He still has 3 Inceptors with Plasma somewhere. So my objective here is in danger, but I just like this geometry with all the dwarves coming around. Love this Hearthband new detachment for Christmas. Okay, we are beginning his turn 3, and he did burn the objective here. I could not finish him off with all my Terminators and everything. And he teleported back in the shadow with the Librarian, so it's 2 different units, and they went here, ready to attack my poor little boys right there. So that is sad. I should have put them on the other side, probably, yes. He disengaged from the melee here. One of my squad of melee did nothing and got wiped out in return, like they killed 1 Marine, which is disappointing, but now he's out, he cannot attack, and yeah, well, that makes me happy. Those guys in the back will probably keep holding, and of course the Inceptors are here, ready to shoot on my poor guys here and to keep control of this objective. So I'm now split between the hammer and the anvil, if the expression is correct. And I wish I could bleep my guys, because it's not perfect. I should have moved them closer to the center. I will know it for next time. Like, since I was attacking everywhere and he was just going to shoot on my infantry, I should have been more careful and come in the middle. That would have been much more useful, well, for next time. And yeah, we'll see at the end of turn 3 how all of this is going. Okay, beginning of turn 4 for the Marines. I did well-ish. He made some Inceptors coming here, shooting on me. I got some losses, but I came here, killed 1 in shooting, killed 1 in melee. Okay. Did have to spend a few CPs for that, especially 1 rerolled on my big attack to make sure he dies. Like, some of them die. The Terminators made an advance because, well, they're a bit far from everything now. I got tricked. I thought I could stop the cleansing, and I absolutely did not. On this side, he came here, and I need to defend my stronghold, and we will see how that goes. He really wants to make a charge. The Sagittor is here. He wiped out 1 squad, but there is still this guy right here, and yeah, it's gonna be annoying. On this side, they did pretty much nothing, but still fine. The infiltrators, I think they are coming closer. He probably wants to deal with my Sagittor. He's abandoning the objective. Yay. And there we'll see. I will probably try to cleanse it at the end of my 4th or 5th turn. That should be fine. Yeah, maybe I can just make a cleansing on them in the middle. Like, just as I said, it's good. If I control those, he can take mine. Maybe not. And we'll see how that goes. Let's meet at the end of the 4th turn. Probably, you know what? Let's meet at the end of the game. All right, we were playing fast at the end because we had the jury, like the referee, saying like, yeah, you need to go faster, faster. My opponent took a bit more time, and I was like trying to catch up, but in the end, it's 11 to 9. It's a defeat for me, but it didn't feel so because I ended up tabling him like almost. He has like 2 Marines left on the table, but he wins on the secondaries that he did turn after turn after turn with his little Phobos, and that was the whole concept of his list. And it worked well against me. Like he bounced off the army, but it really worked efficiently. So yeah, quite happy of that. Now the last turn, the last match, and it's going to be a mirror match against Votann. So of course, since we have a half a codex, it's going to be like basically the same list. Hey. All right, we are here for the last table, and it is a mirror match, Votann versus Votann. But to be fair, it's going to be very fun. Like we are having a good laugh about our berserks in their transport, just screaming obscenities at each other. He plays the Oathband detachment. Sagittor here with berserks. I block him with my infiltrators. My Sagittor's with berserk here. Some Earthkin. I split my squad this time. Another Sagittor. Bikes in front of bikes. It's really going to be a mirror match. I have infiltrators more. He has some broke here Thunderkins with Graviton that I will need to deal with somehow. And yeah, we are relatively balanced. It should be a very fun game. As you can see, the deployment is quite in front of each other. First turn, I don't think anybody's going to shoot on anybody. But it should be, again, tons of fun. Like it's the first time I play Votann Mirror match, and I'm quite happy and excited to see how it goes. Okay, I am stopping in the middle of my turn one. Things happened. The Sagittor here took objective, he made action. I came closer, shot, and killed the Sagittor. And that's about it. My bikes are hidden. The thing that is fun is that his Sagittor came here. He failed actually to kill the entire unit, even though there was a lot of firepower. There is one survivor of the Hernkin Jaegirs because he failed a charge. With his berserks, he succeeded with the Sagittor. It was not enough. And now, I shot everything, my Sagittor, the punching with the hammers and stuff. I did not put the +1 attack, +1 damage. And in the end, the last saves that he had to do with the AP and everything were this. And it's damage 3, he has 3 wounds. He saved 2 with 6, and now he's like, I have 1 command point, and he's gonna... Wait. And if he makes a 6, he's alive. Ah la la, I saw it. Ah la la. But it was worth it. Does it explode? Oh my god. On a 6? Oh. But it was a good action. Like triple 6 would make the game. But yeah, no more Sagittor on this side. Yes, they can be fragile. Alright, beginning of turn 2, his turn 2, because he plays first. I never played first this tournament, but it's okay. He moves offensively with his Brokir, which are still one of my favorite units in the entire Votann list. Please let me bring 18 of them in a special detachment, Games Workshop. No, actually I want to also play 120 Hearthkin and 30 Hearthguard, which is what this detachment really wants you to do. But yeah, I'm very, very excited about all of this. I just love playing my Votanns. I don't love 40k as a game super much, but damn, my armies, I love them. And also this Votann army. So, sorry. What is going on? He moved forward to take this objective, but I think he overexposed himself because, yes, I'm going to punch him back very hard. Terminators came here. They're probably going to wipe out this unit and fail their charge. And yeah, we will see how it happens. Berserks might charge. If they fail the charge, the game is over, basically, because they're going to overextend themselves. And I am highly, highly anticipating the arrival of probably my Terminators in his back, and then move charge at the end of his my next turn. And I might do this will be a rapid ingress, and then my Carl will probably come here and shoot those guys very much. We'll see how all of that goes. Let's meet at the probably end of turn 2, beginning of turn 3. Okay, we are starting his turn 3, and it's been extremely lethal. I lost a few Terminators from the Overwatch of the Thunderkin. That was something, but such is the life. I deep striked here to make a sabotage. He absolutely wiped everything I had there. With a charge at like 10+, he made a 12, and then he made a 6 on the mortal wounds. I was hoping they would survive at least a turn. They absolutely didn't. So I'm coming here. I failed many things on the shooting. It was not a good turn for shooting. Didn't do even a single wound on those bikes. Didn't do a wound on those guys either with all the shooting. And with all my firepower, I didn't wipe out the Thundercanes, which I hoped I would. But I think I can hold at least 4 objectives if I hold good enough, if I take back this one in the center, and I might get a draw or something like this. We'll see how it goes, and let's go for the third turn. Guys, it has been so intense. We are beginning of turn 4, and damn, this mirror match is intense AF. I will not tell you all the details of what happened here, but everybody died. I had an assassination thing. There was such a big fight here between bikes. I bring some reinforcements. On the last wound, I managed to wipe out this unit here. Here, charge at 6 that I had to reroll. Here, charge at 6 as well. I killed the last of the Brokir. Not too much, not barely, but still... I needed just the last 2 attacks. Here, this guy piled in this way with a command point to get as far as he could to gain some extra distance for the charge. And he wiped out the enemy call in duel. He sent me like 3 Hearthkin to try to slow me down in a melee, but I had 3 attacks, wiped out 3 of them. It was such a slaughter. And bad luck on the... bad luck on the advance. We know this on our Terminators. And we have barely any resource left, but we are very close on points. We are really. I have 1 bike, 1 wounded bike that can make actions. I still don't know who's gonna win. It is extremely intense on each side. This is literally everything we have left that you see in this, like my 4 units and his 2 units, and we're like, how is it gonna be? Oh my God, it's so cool. Love the Votanns. Hopefully, I can hold some objectives better than him.
Okay guys, I hope you're hearing me good. The sound is not so good because my microphone is out of battery, unfortunately. End of the game, I will make a debriefing soon, but I finished the game and I won actually 100 points, which is the maximum. It's 15.5 on goal average. And I'm very happy the first time I make 100 points. My very first, I'm set up against the Votann. It is a victory nonetheless. It was extremely epic. In the end, I still did everything. Did all my secondaries good, and I maxed everything. He came here on the objective with his berserks, and I charged my champion at turn 5. Doesn't get me any points, but I wanted to do it for the fun, and I wiped him out. And very good fun. I did not win the tournament for sure. They're gonna know the results soon. But damn, is it a fun army to play. 1,000 points is very fun. I mean, I do this 2,000 points massive battles, but at least you get to move your 3 units to play until the end. Well, you know what, guys? It was very fun. We're gonna see who won and stuff. And let's see right now for the debriefing. Okay guys, we are back for the debriefing. This was a great tournament. I'm sorry it was a bit fast in the end and I couldn't film like everything, and especially the conclusion of the 3rd game. But to apologize, I was like, let's, as I pack my army back, let's make a little collection review of like everything I got for now for the Leagues of Votann. We are still waiting for the 2nd edition of the Codex, and I'm still expecting a 2nd, maybe a 3rd Hecaton Fortress. We'll see about the 3rd, and an extra or maybe 2 extra Sagittars. For now, this is what we have. Like, it's fairly balanced. There is a little bit of everything, a few conversions, as you have noticed. The Sagittars are converted, but so is the Hecaton. All 3 Hecatons will have different types of legs and different types of conversions and gunners and stuff. You can see 4 squad of Hearthkins as well. We've got here 2 squads with Iron Blasters, different types of weapon, and 2 squads with bolters. We have 3 calls to lead. One of them can be Uther the Destined, 1 normal call, 1 converted Pistolero call, which I'm very happy, with a little vision from the Brokir, Iron Master, and 2 pistols. I think it looks quite good. A little Grimnir as well, with a converted like base with a dead orc under, because of course, Weird Wars, we put dead orcs under. It's very fun when I play against orcs and they see that and be like, what the hell? Here we have 2 squads of bikes. This is also something where I need, if I want to be competitive, to have a 3rd unit to make secondaries. 1 with Gatling, 1 with the Iron Blaster, but I usually play them both as Gatling, and my opponents don't even see that they are different weapons. I just tell them like, yeah, Gatling's everywhere. My main force is, of course, the Hearth Guards, because I just love those chunky guys. Got 3 squads of Volkites and Plasma Blades for anti-infantry duty, one of them without the Sergeant. And 2 squads, so 1 full squad if I want, with the plasma guns and the gauntlets, each of them, like usually I can bring 3 squads maximum with champions, and so I have 3 champions, one with axe, one with hammer, and one with hammer because it's the collective commemorative edition one. The Sagittor converted, the legs were 3D printed. The gunner on the top instead of the turret is a Hearthkin, as you can see, with the Gatling gun from the bikes, and the missile has been spread out and put on the side. The hackathon about the conversions, the main conversions are of course the legs and the Hearthguard gunner in the back. The weapons are magnetized and everything, and I can maybe zoom a bit on the gunner, which brings so much life. I like the Astra Militarum vehicles and sentinels and stuff. I have some gunners and everything around, so I'm trying to do the same on my Leagues of Votann, so I don't have the need to start collecting Astra Militarum, which costs a lot, especially if you get them pro-painted like those at high quality. By the way, great work again from Derek's work, and good courage, Derek, for the second wave of Votann that are coming. Let's start here, because here we have my latest edition, which are those Harnkin Jaegers, the kill team version. I usually play them all with pistols and knives, and only the rocket launcher APM missile launcher and the sniper are the real weapons. This is actually quite good. Like, I used it a few times in a clutch, like as you've seen, it finished off in Invictor. So D6 damage with the anti-vehicle 3+ is not nothing if your enemy doesn't come to deal with them. Then we can see another really highly converted unit are my Berserks. I don't even like having like almost naked dwarves all around, so even those with the free open arms have some armor and helmets and stuff. And my main units are converted from Hearthkins to look like regular soldiers and not just miners that just randomly picked up weapons. In my custom lore, they are quite besieged and isolated, these Leagues of Votann on the outskirts of Votann territory. We have a narrative campaign and stuff. It's basically the Black Nova Pass, because they fight alongside human refugees as well, so it's basically the Black Fire Pass from the old world. And it makes just sense that those guys would have regular, like not just miners, but they are dedicated fighting force. Of course, those guys with their turned off weapons in the back, just like seeing, for example, the little hammer being turned off, and the axe as well, which is a bit shorter because it's really literally energy sword, so there is no texture when it's turned off. Really like this detail in the sculpting. I have this guy that I can use as a sergeant for squad or something. It's basically a berserk if I need an extra one, or it can be a sergeant in a Hearthkin squad. And yeah, that's basically the two things it can be for now. If one day we have a character for the berserks, this guy is ready. And then what is probably my favorite I love the Hearthguards, but I love the Hearthkin even more. I really hope we have a detachment to spam those little guys, because right now they are fine, but they are not the core of the army. And since I play Hearthband now, and I will in the future, it's not so efficient to spam those guys. Those are just basically normal Hearthkin, like engineers, more in a little power suit armor, and they just look amazing. I have 6 of them with Graviton, 3 of them with a conversion beamer, and 3 of them with the heavy bolters, and a converted Brokir Iron Master, because he's gonna obviously lead those guys, so he doesn't look like just a little guy running after them. Little conversion from a Hearthkin, from a Thunderkin, and he has his hammer from the real hammer from the guy. Also a little gun on the side to symbolize his ranged attack, and he has his, of course, unique goggles back there. And I love this conversion work. It makes me want to put him out every single time, especially now we have the update that allows us to play this guy in a transport, in a Hearthkin, in a hackathon with Thunderkins. Now that I have apologized by sharing this collection, what I thought of the tournament, it was really fun. 1,000 points with these restrictions is a bit harsh on the Votann because we don't have that many daily sheet. Like, I've seen Space Marines having the time of their lives. Like, yeah, we can just randomly pick a few things. It's gonna be fine. Us, it's a little bit harder. Like, it forced me to pick almost one thing of everything. You've seen the mirror list. It was literally the same list, except he replaced Jaegers with Brokirs, Thunderkins, and an Iron Master. It was basically the difference, and you had little extra enhancements. It was very fun. There is another tournament at 1,000 points in end of July, something like this. I'm not sure we'll participate, but there is a huge event, narrative event on the 20th and 21st of September. I know this because it's my birthday coming on there. And I will try to participate, maybe even with my wife. She's near, she's listening to our TV series, but I'm hoping to allow her to try this game, and we'll bring 3,000 points between both of us to this narrative event, and that's why I need more hackathons, more Sagittars, and it's just gonna look brilliant on the table. All right, that is going to be it for the video. I hope that you enjoyed, well, everything, the report, the little showcase of the video. If you did, or you have any questions about, I don't know, conversions or whichever, do let me know in the comments, and you gain a chance to win stuff for Conquest or Dystopian Wars, which are two brilliant games, by the way. Give us a like, it really helps, and it shows me that this video has success, and I could maybe do a little bit more of some Warhammer 40,000. It is a fun game system, especially because there is my favorite army in it. Subscribe so you don't miss any future video, and that is going to be it for me for now. If you're in Paris, do send me a message as well. Join our Discord. We have a narrative campaign, and we can organize some games together. Even if you're just like coming for vacations or something. If you have a little army, or you just want to come and say hi and play with one of the armies that we can share with you on any games, Conquest, Dystopian Wars, Clash, Warhammer, whatever, just send us a message. Until the next video, guys, take care of yourself, and remember to keep things fair in love and war games. Bye.